What's good, Josh? Your boy Barracuda. Welcome to Straight Convo. So the Billboards dropped their greatest R&B artists of all time list, and I have to say this is probably the worst list, or one of the worst lists I ever seen. And it's just like I don't know when they drop these greatest of all time lists, but actually I seen worse. I'm not gonna lie, I seen worse, but it's just like they're consistent and putting out these lists, and it's the worst list you ever seen in your life. And who is critiquing our music? Who are these critics? Because they absolutely don't understand music. They don't understand our music, and they just keep doing ridiculous stuff. So I know you might say I'm bugging because you see, these artists are some of the greatest artists that ever walked the earth, greatest artists that ever touched the mic. There's none better. You know what I'm saying? And I agree. But let me tell you something. Ray Charles was soul music. There's a distinction we need to make. Soul music and R&B is separate. And people keep making this mistake. They keep merging soul and R&B like they're the same genre. These are separate genres. Soul is not R&B. Ray Charles is one of the founding fathers of soul music. Marvin Gaye is not R&B. He probably did one R&B record his whole life. He is soul. He started off on Motown. He is a soul singer. It's a completely different genre. Yes, R&B has soul elements to it. Yes, soul has R&B elements to it, but they're completely separate genres. R. Kelly is definitely an R&B artist, even though he sings soulfully, you know, but he's categorized in R&B. Mariah Carey is majority pop. She did a lot of pop songs, hip hopish type songs mixed with R&B. We cannot fully categorize her in the R&B section. She's not. She's not pure. To be an R&B artist, you have to be at least 65 to 70% R&B. You can't be doing pop majority of the time. You can't be doing hip hopish type records, you know. So this is why we got to take them, put them in a proper category. Prince is more popish. He did R&B, but when you listen to Purple Rain, when you listen to all his tracks, they're not R&B. They're popish. They are rock type sound. You know what I'm saying? It's not R&B. He did R&B records, but he was more of a pop guy. James Brown, definitely soul singer. Definitely. I don't even know why he's on the R&B list. He should be on the list for soul singers. And the fact that they don't know this or can't make this distinction, you know what I'm saying, is absurd. Um he was one of the founding fathers of soul as well. Um and he merged funk. He's one of the original funk guys too. You could say he's the founding father of funk. So he was more soulful, funkish type guy when you listen to his records. You know, Whitney Houston, not R&B. Sorry, we have to make this distinction so we know where to properly categorize these singers. Whitney Houston was a soulful singer who sung a lot of ballads. She didn't really do R&B, man. She did like you probably could name five R&B songs she did. I'm just I'm just you know what I'm saying, just off the top. But when you hear her songs, it's more soulful, it's more soul, it's more ballad. So she's out of the R&B. Beyonce, come on, man. She hasn't done R&B since Destiny's Child. After she left Destiny's Child, she did I think that the her first solo album she had some R&B joints, but it went strictly pop after that. She went strictly pop. So I'm just trying to understand why they on stop categorizing everything as rhythm and blues because it's not. R&B has its own sound. in its own genre. Michael Jackson. Now, Michael Jackson is a unique case. He probably has a couple R&B songs, but he started off on Motown as well. He was a soul singer. He started off with Jackson 5 as a child. He sung soul. He sung funk. He did funk. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. These are disco songs. The whole Off the Wall is a disco album. The song Off the Wall is disco. Get on the Floor, disco. So I'm trying to figure out. And then, Michael Jackson did so many different genres. He did pop. His biggest songs were pop songs. That's why they call him the king of pop. But if you know Michael Jackson well, you know he did soul music. You know he did disco. You know he did pop. You know he did funk. You can even say he did ballads. He was the best in every genre he did. So yeah, not R&B. He probably has a couple R&B songs, man. Aretha Franklin, she's 100% soul. You can't even categorize her as R&B. You know what I'm saying? And Stevie Wonder, man. Oh man, to me he's the greatest artist. And then it's Michael Jackson. Stevie Wonder started off soul singer. Again, he's a soul singer. He did not do R&B. I don't think he has one R&B song. He did majority soul. He did funk. He did reggae. He did you could say he did disco. Um yeah, man. That's pretty I can't think of everything off the top. He did ballads. Um Yeah, so let's categorize these things, and I'm gonna give you my real R&B list for real R&B singers, and properly place them in the right category because these critics don't understand music and don't know music. Rhythm and blues was a term that was what early 1940s, 50s. It came up with, and that's how they categorized all black music. But we made that distinction in the 1980s. That's where R&B had its own sound. It created its own sound, its own genre, and that was in the 1980s. So we have to make that distinction clear because these guys don't know our music. They just take it. They don't understand it. They don't know how to properly place these singers because they just want to just put anything to satisfy us. We are the gods. We created all this music. So we need to tell them who's the best because you can't take our music and tell us who's the best. But anyway, let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe, comment. Your boy Barracuda. I'm out.